welcome to ZZ Talk with Zino
and Zeus.
This is the YouTube show slash podcast. I made sure to say that because I've been corrected a lot. This is the YouTube show in which two guys talk about any and everything, talk about entertainment, sports, and a heavy dose of politics. Zeus, it's been a while. How have you been?
Man, I've been good, but I've been gone so long that apparently we're no longer a podcast now. We're a YouTube show, which, you know what? I'm actually okay with that because you get to see our pretty mugs, so it's all good.
Right.
You know? We'll be a YouTube show until, we upload the actual sound bites onto iTunes. So y'all keep a lookout for that. But until then, keep watching us on YouTube. But man, I've been good. It's been 2 weeks. Crazy, I guess, Thanksgiving happened, so I guess how you been in these last 2 weeks? How was your Thanksgiving and all that good stuff?
Well, Thanksgiving was pretty good. My brother from the DC area came down for Thanksgiving with his wife and kids, so that was really good seeing them. It's one of the things that COVID actually threw a wrench in, which is going to lead into our top 5 that we do later. But they came down, and it was great. I have another brother that lives here, so it was the 3 of us. And just a big family deal. We had a lot of Thanksgiving food and such, so really enjoyed that. How about yourself?
Man, I can't complain. So actually, so right before Thanksgiving, we went to Colorado for a ski trip. So we've never done a ski trip before. We decided to do a ski trip. I did get an unpleasant surprise. So I don't know if you've traveled since. Have you traveled since on planes since the pandemic hit?
No, last time I traveled was at the end of February.
Okay. So right when it was coming. So you probably brought, Corona, which you just didn't
spread it to Georgia.
So I was under the impression that airlines were not doing full planes, right? I was in, because we're doing social distancing. All over the airport, they're talking about social distancing. Keep your face mask on. If the only time that you need to have your face mask off is if you're eating. So we're thinking, all right, that's the same with us. I didn't know that when I went going to go on the plane, I was going to be sitting next to somebody else, right? Because it was me and my wife. So we were thinking, I was thinking it was just going to be us two. Then all of a sudden, someone comes in and says, I'm supposed to be sitting there. I was like, oh, well, okay. Well, shit, that's not really that social distancing. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's my fault because I decided to go on the plane, right? I'll take the responsibility for that. But it's just you're thinking, all right, they're gonna do minimal, half planes, less people, less options. So made me realize that, you know what, this country, we're about the money more than anything. Airlines are like, nope, I'm gonna get everything I can out of you guys because if people want to fly, people are gonna fly. We're gonna make sure to load up the plane. So that ended up happening. It actually resulted in my Thanksgiving being a little bit different. Ended up a little bit under the weather. Hopeful it was just, cold, but we ended up a little bit under the weather. So on Thanksgiving, instead of going to my friend's house, which I was going to do, we actually just stayed home. So actually, this is the very first time since I've had my twins. So my twins are 3 years old. They're going to be 4 years old in March. This is the very first time that we've actually had just Thanksgiving with just us 4, the wife, the 2 kids, and myself. So it's pretty cool. I baked the turkey for the very first time. Really good. We did Cajun, and of course, if our love and hate for New Orleans. I love getting drunk there, but I hate their team. So Cajun, I'm a little bit with it. I'm like it's pretty good, but I want to try a little bit of different taste next time. So actually, I'm actually gonna make up because the people that we were gonna go and hang out with for Thanksgiving are actually the parents of my godchildren. So I wanted to make sure I told them I promised you all a turkey, so I'm gonna bring out turkey. So I got the fryer. I'm gonna take the fryer down there. Do a little bit of a different one. Do you have any recipes in regards to pre-based for turkey or something that I can inject in them that might be sweeter than Cajun?
No, I really just I'm an off-the-cuff type of guy when I cook. Whatever is in the cabinets, whatever is in the fridge, mix it up together, see how it tastes, and then inject it into that baby.
I'm gonna try to convince Zino to create a YouTube. Because we ain't a podcast, right? So a YouTube channel where he cooks you food, because he actually does he actually has a lot of food. I was supposed to go to your house do poker, and I don't know if you were planning on cooking anything up at that time, but I was like, one of the reasons I wanted to go was because I wanted to try out some food, because he does cook up a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff is healthy. So, ladies, if you need somebody to cook you something healthy, Zeno's that guy. You know.
Look at this man, Wing Manning, right there. Thank you, Zeus.
No problem. Oh, speaking of, I guess because we're going to Christmas, right? From Thanksgiving to Christmas. I don't know. I'm not ignoring that scarf of yours.
Okay.
Freaking Swally over there, looking like looking like freaking what's his name? Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs in the winter. But did you get your that one machine that you wanted to get? That you desperately needed?
Oh, I most certainly did. Not only am I styling with the scarf, styling with the PS5. There it is. This is the controller. The PS5 is like back there, but I'm not gonna move the camera setup. But yeah, I got it. I actually got it 10 days. Huh?
Why do you have your controller right there?
Because my TV's right there. No, I brought it here to stunt a little. No, so when the system went on sale, which I think was November 12th, all the websites were shutting down, right? Like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and I think GameStop. They went on sale at 12. They were crashing at 12:01. Then 3, then 6, then 9. Well,
you were trying to buy one during the show.
I did try to buy one during our last show that we did. So a buddy of mine, he was able to get it off of Best Buy at 3 p.m. Right, and I was like, damn, how do you get so lucky? Blah blah blah. So anyway, at the 6 p.m. Slot, he actually got it off of Amazon as well, and the Amazon one was arriving like next day shipping, Amazon Prime. So he was like, okay, that's the one I'm gonna take. The Walmart one, the Best Buy one that he got was to arrive on the 30th of November. But lo and behold, on the 20th of November, he calls me up. He's like, yo, Zeno, it arrived. I was like, what arrived? It's like, your PS5, come and get it. So I was like,
that's a good friend right there.
Yeah, so I went and got it, transferred the money over, and yeah, I've been loving it ever since.
Ladies, true love would be if you can compete with his friend and get him a PS5 without him knowing that you were going to get him a PS5. That would be true love for Zeno.
Yeah.
So just so y'all know. So I'm glad you got your PS5. What's your reviews on it? You like it so far?
I do. I like it. I like it a lot. It's gonna take some time before games come out on it that truly separated from like the later games in the PlayStation 4 era. But you can already see, especially if you have a 4K TV and stuff, you can already see things look cleaner, things run smoother. Everything is 60 frames per second. It's beautiful.
Every game from a PS4 is because I remember I had an Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the first one. Yeah. And then I knew that when the Xbox 360 came out, not all the games were playable. Which I'm like, that's just stupid to me.
Right. So that's been an issue. I think it was just the last generation that had that issue. So the PlayStation 4 era. No, actually, no. I think the PS3 era had that too. So PS3 and 360, PS3 and Xbox 360, as well as the Xbox One and the PS4 had an issue with what's called backwards compatibility, which means being able to play games from the previous system. But the PS5 can play all PS4 games easily. Actually, the one I'm playing right now is The Last of Us Part 2. That's a PS4 game, and I'm playing it on the PS5. By the way, The Last of Us has been picked up by HBO for a series order, so that's going to be a TV show. So Last of Us Part 2.
HBO is in the news that we were going to talk about that later today.
It is, yeah, preempting. So Last of Us Part 2, I'm playing it right now. It's a really beautiful game, very depressing at parts, but it's good stuff. But it's a PS4 game, but it looks so smooth playing on the PS5 because apparently the system actually increases the technical output of these older generation games. So
it's kind of like when they release movies like digitally mastered and stuff like that. Kind of does that.
Yeah, exactly. It just remasters it for you right then and there.
Hey, look at Zeno trying to get us some PS5 endorsement money.
Yeah. I need a PS5 headset so I don't use this. Can you send it over, please? Thanks, Sony.
Either that or just pay us.
Oh, just yeah, raw dollars.
All
Yeah,
right.
that was my
Hey, man,
Thanksgiving. That was my purchase.
hey, that's what's up, man. So good 2 weeks for you. You've been busy the last 2 weeks.
Yes, yes, I have.
All right. So what
The agenda.
anything else? Agenda? All right, let's go straight to the agenda. So for today, Zeno and I, what we're gonna talk about, we're gonna do our top 5. So obviously the whole plane situation messed up. It was a little bit messy, right, compared to what we used to. So one of the top 5 today is actually going to be, it's not probably not a fun top 5. It's more of a nostalgia top 5, which is basically the top 5 things that we think Corona has messed up, and then maybe what's gonna we're looking forward to in regards to correcting that, right? So not the greatest top 5, but we're gonna do it anyways because this is probably something we needed to do for a long time anyways.
Yeah, it's cathartic.
That, we're gonna
I say it's cathartic.
It is, and then help us help you, So hopefully you it's cathartic for you as well. And then one of the things I probably got messed up was movies. I'm assuming that's probably going to be in one of our top 5. So recently Warner Brothers has decided that what they're going to do is they're kind of going to one up what happened with Disney Plus, which is they're going to release all their movies simultaneously in theaters and in HBO Max, starting with Wonder Woman 1984. So we kind of want to talk, we're going to touch on that a little bit, how that's affecting, basically how Corona continues to affect the movie industry. And then I guess one of the questions I want to have for Zeno is, do we think this might be normal or until the pandemic is done, right? And when can we possibly see the change after the pandemic is done? Because we'll see what happens with will a vaccine hit? How will that affect everything? So that's going to be our top 5, Warner Brothers. And then next we're going to transition into politics because, we love talking about politics. It's fun. So right now, Donald Trump still won't let it go. He continues to fight the election. I have a feeling he's going to fight the election until January 21st. Probably past January 21st, we'll probably still be hearing in December how he says I was rocked. So we're probably going to still be hearing about it. But something that's happened that kind of has been a pleasant surprise is that some politicians, Republican politicians, have showed that, hey, I'm still going to do my job despite the fact what the supposed leader states, right? And then another thing is Joe Biden started showing us who his nominations are going to be. Zeno and I are kind of going to review what our personal opinions on those nominations, kind of see, kind of figure out each other's pulses on what we're feeling about the upcoming Biden presidency, or at least in his cabinet picks. And then I won't really say much. We got 2 weeks worth of football to talk about. We haven't had a chance to talk about football. The Saints throttled us one game, and then we returned the favor to the Raiders and completely destroyed them. So we're gonna kind of do reviews, and also some head coaches have been fired and let go. So we kind of want to talk on that, how that affects the Falcons, search for a new GM, the search for a new coach. And then also we want to talk about how it seems like the Baltimore Ravens quarterbacks were doing some butterfly kisses or something like that, because all of them were gone for
No, the Broncos.
The Broncos. I'm sorry. Yeah, they had to pull some guy like off the field, and of course, guess who benefited from it? The freaking Saints. So, anyways, that's on today this week's agenda. So Zeno, you got anything to add before we go into it?
No, just that we have a possible redemption game against the Saints coming up. So yeah, we'll talk about that too in our predictions section.
All right, let's get into it.